Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jessica B here, and I'm back with another video for you guys today. As you can see, I've already started off with my brows being done, and now I'm just going to go ahead and prime my face with this e.l.f. mineral infused primer. This is my favorite primer right now. I've never used any other brand of primer except for e.l.f., but this e.l.f. primer right here is my favorite. Like I always say, I'm not sure if it's supposed to, but it keeps me from being oily, so that's why I love it. Now I'm going to go in with my L.A Girl Pro Concealer to prime my eyelids. This is my first time ever using this concealer. I've been saying I was going to get it and never got it. And so I went and picked some up, and I love it so far. Now going in with my e.l.f. translucent powder, I'm just going to go in and set that concealer. Now as my transition color, I'm going to be taking my contour palette, and I'll be using one of the lighter browns in there just for transition color. Now to keep there from being so much fallout, I'm just going to be placing tape on the outer edges of my eye. Now taking this Sante matte eyeshadow palette, I'm going to be taking the yellow shade and using that as my first lid color. I'm just going to be making sure that I really pack the color on and that I really blend it out. And then with the orange shade from the Sante matte eyeshadow palette, I'm going to be placing that right underneath the yellow shade and kind of in my crease. Now for my crease color, and to add some definition to my crease, I'm going to be taking the black eyeshadow out of the Sante matte eyeshadow palette and, of course, placing that right into my crease. When applying a dark crease color, you really want to make sure that you blend that out. If no other part of your eye is blended, your dark crease color has to be blended just because you don't want it to look like a very harsh line just in the crease of your eye. I'm just going back over my eye with some of the orange shade just in case I lost any orange, or to clean up wherever the black strayed away from my crease. So with my past interactions with using glitter on your eyelids, I've learned that it's just way easier to go ahead and apply your wing liner first. It's definitely a headache trying to make sure you get that line perfect over the glitter. So I'm just going to apply my wing liner first, and the liner I'm using is the NYX liquid liner. Because this liner isn't a matte liner, and that's really the look I was trying to go for, usually I'll either take a black eyeshadow and place it on top of that, or I'll use the off-brand liquid liner that I have, and it dries matte. I just really like the point on this, on the NYX liquid liner, and that's why I use it first. Now, because this glue is not good for applying lashes at all, and whoever thinks so is crazy, I'm going to be using this glue as my glitter glue, and I'm going to place that on my eyelids. Trust me, it's not dangerous. It works just fine, and it comes off super easy. So I think that's what it should be used for anyway, and not to apply eyelashes, because it does not stay. But you know, that's my opinion, and it may work for some people, but not for me. Taking my BH Cosmetic liquid foundation that I have been living by, I'm going to take that and apply it to this flat top brush, and I'm going to be distributing that all over my face. Now taking my LA Girl Pro Concealer, I'm going to be using that and highlighting my face, and that is in the color Cool Tan. And when it came to blending out this concealer, I had a really hard time because I did not wet my beauty blender. I don't know why. I guess I was being lazy or whatever, but that's why if it looks a little crazy, then now you know why, because my beauty blender was not wet, so it was very hard to blend out this concealer. I went super overboard when I was contouring my forehead, so I just went back in with some of my concealer to kind of clean that up and actually make my forehead look a little bigger because it was closed up. Now taking my Ruby Kisses HD Set and Forget setting powder in the color Banana, I'm going to be taking that and setting every place that I highlighted on my face. I will say with this powder I did get some flashback, but I think it's because my beauty blender wasn't wet. I found that when you apply your setting powder with a damp beauty blender, it kind of helps it and evens it out and makes sure that you don't get any flashback. So I'm not sure if the powder just leaves flashback period or if it was because my beauty blender wasn't wet. But other than that, I really do like this powder, and I'm going to be making a video on my recent makeup pickups, so I will be talking to you more in depth about the powder on that video. Now taking my Profusion contouring palette and the darkest shade in there, I'm going to be taking that and just setting every place that I contoured on my face. Now taking my L'Oreal Lash Out Butterfly Mascara, I'm just coating my lashes in preparation for some falsies. The eyelashes I'm using are by LA Colors and they're in the style Dainty. I really love these eyelashes because the band on them is so thin and they kind of resemble mink lashes, but they look very natural. Like all of them have different styles and different lengths, but they all look very natural, so I really love these and they're super affordable. Now just taking a regular black eyeliner pencil, I'm going to be lining my waterline and just darkening up this eye look a little bit. Now to go along with the intensity of this eye look, I'm going to be taking some black shadow and smoking out where I put the eyeliner in my waterline. Now taking this LA Colors pencil in the color nude, I'm going to be lining my lips. I don't know why I didn't use a brown liner for this one, but I did eventually go back in and change that, but the clip is not in here because I took it out. But yes, I will eventually go back and use brown because it just didn't look right. The color and the liner was just too close together. For the lips, I'm going to be taking this matte liquid lipstick, also by LA Colors in the color Sultry, and I'm going to be applying this to my lips. I will not lie, if in the beginning this was not looking too hot for me because it takes a really long time to dry matte, and I honestly didn't think it was really going to be a matte when I bought it, just because I never tried a matte lipstick from LA Colors, so I didn't know how it was going to go. But I must say, when it dries, it is so good, and they're not dry on your lips. Like most liquid matte lipsticks are super duper drying when you put them on, but this one is not. It takes a long time to dry, but it does do what it's supposed to do. These lipsticks can be found anywhere. I'm not really sure if they're in beauty supply stores, but like your local Family Dollar or Dollar General, I know for a fact they have them for $2. And that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in once again, and I will see you in my next one.